Hello everyone, I'm Rosemusen and welcome to my October Plan With Me video. I know many people associate October with pumpkins, falling leaves and cozy vibes, but for October I got very inspired by the artist Found Wood, maybe that's how you say it. This is the person I'm talking about. And they inspired me so much that I decided that their art would be perfect for October. So for this month it is going to be all about black and white. So I started thinking that I should make these perfect pieces to match the pages in my bullet journal. But I then quickly realized that it would take me forever to do these pages. So I changed my method and started gluing the pages instead, making sure that the black paper would stay nice and flat, and then cut off the extra inches of paper. I actually did some sketches on my iPad first because I was so afraid to mess these black and white papers up. Even so, I did do a few pencil sketches on the black paper just to be sure that the different measures was in the right size. I only have 2 white gel pens which I have already been used, so I really do hope they are holding up until the end of this video. When that is said, for some reason my first white pen would not work with me at all. It was a struggle. So I just switched over to the other one and hoped that could support this video, or I could make the other one work later on. The white gel pen wasn't as thick as I first thought it was going to be in my head, but overall I still think it ended up looking very pretty. So Found Wood, if you don't know, this artist is all about these weird creatures, which seems to be inspired a lot by Studio Ghibli, but they could also just have the same inspiration of monsters and creatures, and in the end it really doesn't matter. The most important thing is that they look stunning. And even though I really do not like scary things, I'm actually a lot more to the cute vibes. They still had something to them that just really draws my eyes. And I can't wait to add all these cute but still kind of scary creatures to my bullet journal. I think you all know that October is also the month where Halloween is. So I also thought adding these kind of scary vibe would be perfect for October and would just add to that feeling of it being Halloween soon. So for the monthly spread, I knew I would have to keep in mind that I like to do my daily doodles. And I, for this month, only could use white for my daily doodles. And if you're new and think, what the heck is this woman talking about? It's because I like, instead of my monthly spread writing down the appointments and different things I have to do, I like to make little doodles showing my highlight of that specific day. For October, I thought a line in the bottom would be perfect, and then I can make a little kinda white outline sketch popping up from that line, and hopefully it will make sense when I try this out and do it through the month. I mean, sometimes you just gotta try something new because otherwise you will be stuck in the same forever, and maybe that's great. But on the other hand, you could be missing a lot of fun you didn't know about. But anyway, that's a thought for another video. Then I just wrote October in the top, and then I made 3 boxes where I am thinking about writing my goals for the month. And then it was time to add a creature, and this is actually a plant with eyes on its leaves, if you couldn't tell, and if you couldn't, I don't blame you. I mean, it's not that clear, but if you know that this is a plant with a leaf with eyes, I think it's looking pretty cool. And would at the same time fit perfect into this theme. And by the way, this is also a creature made by Found Wood. I am actually copying her creature a lot, even though I only wanted to be inspired. They are just so amazing. I can't keep my fingers off her creatures, and that's why I'm not claiming to be original by this, not at all. I am so much getting all my inspiration from Fawnwood and really just kind of honoring her and her art through October. So for the next 2 pages, I decided to do one with brain dump and one as the weekly spread, since there was only 4 days to do. So for my brain dump, I decided to keep it very simple and add a very pretty moon. Once again, very much copied from Fawnwood. It's a shame. I am so much of a fan of this artist and I still have no idea how to pronounce the name. Anyway, coloring this moon in with this white, it is not a totally clear white coat. It is a little bit, you know, the texture when you're doing something with a pen, but I still think it's very pretty. And then I just added the text brain dump, one with the very swirly font and then the other one with the all caps. I overall really like to combine a very fine font and then a very simple font. I just think it adds something very nice to the page. And then at last some random dots to kind of look like stars. Wow, I'm glad I'm not trying to sell a product to you guys because that sounded very not interesting. But I promise it overall added something very pretty to the page. Next, it was time to work on my first weekly page, which was actually not a whole week, but from the 1st to the 4th of October. Which means it was also time to add our 3rd creature, adding to our scary October vibe. And for this, I decided to add this creature with this beautiful white mask and these very beautiful horns, so I think of a reindeer kind of in this weird creature world. Overall, I'm very fascinated how you can make a creature look weird and scary, yet cute and beautiful, and you somehow feel very fascinated by it, just like the creatures in Ghibli Studios movies. I mean, they are kind of creepy yet stunning to look at. Then it was time to add the different days, and I just really took the time to write the swirly font. And it was then I realized I had made a mistake. It was going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Instead, I started on Monday, so I have to figure out a way to save this. Okay, after it was fixed, it was time to add the days again, and this time I luckily did it the right way. For the quotes, I really wanted to keep with the theme of being scared, so for my first weekly spread, I thought I would add the quote, "Fear is temporary, regret is forever." And I really hope this quote will help me overcome some of my fears because I hate regretting not doing anything. And after writing this beautiful quote, it was time to turn the page for our last weekly spread I'm going to do together with you guys. For the next creature in this bullet journal theme, I thought I would make it extra splashy, but even so, I'm saying this, I still did just look at another of Fawnwood's amazing creatures and drew it so it fitted into my bullet journal. And once again, even though it is a bit weird and scary, I still think this is so freaking cute. Maybe it's the eyes, I don't know, it's just I want to hug them all even though they are kind of a bit weird and creepy. Which I normally never want to do if something is creepy. Actually, I avoid anything creepy. I can't even watch horror movies because it's too real to me. I will go around and be scared for the next week or two because I just take everything too personal. So instead, I like to live in my own little rainbow bubble. Not that it is possible always because life is cruel, but I still like to try and do my best to keep life a happy and bright place. Next, I just did some of the same boxes I have done for my monthly goals, just to do for the different days this time. And then it was time to add a quote, and for this weekly spread I decided to do the quote, "Our fears reveal what we care about the most." And I really do think this is true. I really think if we are very, very scary, it most likely is because it means a lot to us. Whether it is the thought of being humiliated or if it's the thought of being disappointed because you really like them, or that you have high hopes and you just have all these dreams and you're really afraid that your dreams will be crushed, which is very normal, sadly. But I hope anyway you will be able to look your fear in the eye and say, I deserve happiness, and I don't know if it is true or not until I try. With that said, we have come to the end of this video because I have no more time to film, even though I think it's very cozy and nice to talk to you guys. It makes me very happy that you wanted to be in the end of this video. Hopefully. I hope you're still listening. Maybe you're just doing something else and you don't even know that I'm speaking to you right now. Anyway, that is a chance I took today. But now it's time for me to stop talking and go out and brush my teeth because it is very late and I have to do some things for my kitchen tomorrow. So I really do hope you're all staying loving and caring. As you know, a thumbs up is always welcome, and if you're new, consider subscribing. And otherwise, I just hope you're all ready for the dance party.